You know, there's something that happens when conflict arises in our lives and we don't feel empowered. We don't have the steps, the tips, the tools to reclaim our empowerment, to reclaim our energy. And I see this show up a lot in the workplace, in our careers, and personal life. Wherever we're struggling with one area in our lives, it spills over to multiple areas of our lives. And so I have been on a journey of navigating conflict, of navigating like career and burnout and energy and work-life balance. And I'm like, you know, what is the main theme that people struggle with when it comes to career, business, life, personal things? That is a topic of boundaries. And what I have I wrote some notes, so I was gonna get my coffee because I'm about to go to the gym here in just a second. But gym, like self-care practices also help us to reclaim our energy. But okay, so let me get, oh, welcome to behind the scenes of doing this stuff. By the way, you don't need all that stuff out there that people tell you that you need. Just use some books or boxes to put your phone on so that it's even with your face. And I like to use, there we go. Okay, so welcome, hello. So I'm gonna go over some things today with you on I am looking at my notes, okay? Empowering your life, mastering conflict resolution, and setting boundaries to reclaim energy and burnout. Do you have a career? Okay, if you are in a career, are career-oriented, you're a careerist, a career professional, and also a business professional, because I see this show up in businesses as well with people. They are afraid to set boundaries. They are afraid to have set things in place. They're afraid that if they set the boundaries that people won't, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna invite some people. I haven't done this in a long time, but I figured let's have an invitation party. One of the top things that I see that literally is the game changer for how we live an empowered life is boundaries. One of the top things that I see people afraid to set are boundaries to preserve their energy and reclaim their time. Boundaries is something that I have found that people respond to. It's the topic that people respond to the most in my stuff. It's also, I have had people that have set up phone appointments with me to have a phone conversation, to learn the top tips that I have in my life that are sacred, that allow me to set boundaries, keep them unapologetically, unashamedly, and also they preserve my peace and my energy. And today, I'm talking only to people who are in a career, people who are in a business. So if this applies to you, great, because you're going to experience conflict in the workplace. You're also going to experience conflict in real life. And if you don't have boundaries to preserve, protect, if you don't have boundaries to set the stage for how you're going to handle the conflict, on how you're going to reclaim your energy, looking at my notes, on how to have a healthier dynamic, then this is for you. And by the way, at the end, I'm going to offer something, and then I'm going to be creating something where you can sign up, okay? Because this is something like super beneficial, and I have found in my life that people are, I have a lot of conversations. I've been doing a case study. I am my own case study. And also, people that talk to me about things, I listen, and then I'm like, aha, You just solidified and put into words exactly the thing that I actually walk people through. And so let's get to it. Okay, so there's dynamics of conflict, right? There's like, I can't even read my own writing. So what is conflict? There's the dynamics. It's like what it is, why it happens, right? People disagree, people, and then they say things, right? People say things, and then conflict happens, or something happens and somebody doesn't like it, and it's like, whew, you now in 0 to 60 created a problem. And if we don't have the tips and steps to resolve the conflict, or to even set the boundaries so that conflict is healthily navigated through, we're going to be miserable. Guaranteed. So I promise you by the end, you're going to find maybe a tip or two that you can write down or take with you today. I find that I am an implementer. So when somebody gives me something that is going to help my life, maybe I have a cup that says, I am a certified cash money magnet. I'm a certified cash cow, okay? It's created by one of my beautiful mentors, and I love this cup. It's got money on it. It's got gold. It was created. Anyway, hey, Terry, how are you? Long time no see. And so I am a certified empowerment, certified conflict resolution, game changer, tip giver, and also a coach, mentor, badass, whatever you want to insert. So by the end of this, you will, implementer, that's what it was. I am a certified implementer. So by the end of this, you will have some key steps to walk away with on how to, I'm looking at my notes, okay, on how to empower your life, mastering conflict through setting boundaries so that your energy is reclaimed and burnout is not present, okay? As you can see, I am very passionate about this topic. So if I seem to sound harsh or rude or mean, I'm not. I am just passionate, like you can tell by the sound of my voice. Maybe my coffee has kicked in. Okay, so what is conflict? As I mentioned, there are several sources of conflict that happen. As I mentioned, people speak things, right? People say things all the time. I don't think a lot of people are aware. Like, would you agree that people just aren't aware of the things that they say these days? There's words that people say without a second of thinking. At the drop of a hat, people use words, phrases, they speak in a passive-aggressive manner, they're rude, they're mean, whatever is going on. And so if we don't have the dynamics of understanding, okay, where is this conflict coming from? Why am I reacting to this conflict? Why am I triggered? You gotta ask yourself these questions. Self-awareness is key, and emotional intelligence. And I'm gonna, and then impact of mastering conflict resolution. When you have these things that I'm going to share with you today, the boundaries and which allows you to reclaim your energy so you can have a healthier work environment, I'm telling you, things change, because then you will stop personalizing the conflict. So I'm going to give a scenario. Let's say you find out that people are gossiping about you. True story here, okay? I found out that people at my job are gossiping. Now, gossip is one conflict. I believe, in my own personal opinion and my own personal experience, that gossip is a dynamic and an impact and a source of conflict in the workplace, okay? Gossip also happens to people in business. I see it all the time. People on social media trash talking and using names of a mentor or a coach, which is absolutely disrespectful, okay? People are going to reap what they sow, just saying. Or conversations. And then people don't realize, number one, when you have a conversation with somebody, don't bring up names of other people. Nobody needs to know who Jack, Bob, and Charlie are in your conflict. Nobody needs to know that. That is gossip. Nobody needs to know, just drop names, okay? But that is a dynamic that happens in the workplace. Gossip, I'm going to do, it's going to be in my, my mastermind that I am setting up. We are going to go to town on talking about gossip. What happens when your name is thrown under the bus and you have to now navigate how to work through the impact of that. That is a conflict. Another thing that happens in the workplace, you ready for this, is emails. People can't hear tones. They can't hear expressions. So when words are shared, now, depending on your energetic state, emails and any type of messaging can be a source of conflict. The key thing before responding to an email, which is a source of conflict, because I experience this all the time, realize where your energy level is at. Take a moment to, oh, hey, Sid, how are you, gorgeous? Take a moment to assess where your energy level is at. So when you read the email or say text message or even messenger, whatever, any type of typed things can be a source of conflict. Take a step back, and if you're not sure what is being said, you can always respond with, oh my gosh, thank you so much, whatever the case may be. You can say, can you please help clarify what you mean by this, because I'm not really understanding. So there's ways to respond to the source, which is typed, okay? So now that I've established some dynamics of conflict in the workplace, another dynamic could be people. Well, it is people, okay? Not could be, it is. Customers, clients. You've got to figure out ways to address the conflict, address the source, if there is a source. Another source of conflict is miscommunication. A lot of times when people don't understand something, true story from my experience, they will mistreat you and they could take it personal. And now behind the scenes, they've wreaked havoc and you have no idea until the information is brought in your direction. And there are also vindictive things that people do in trying to get people fired. Truthful experience. So there's different ways to navigate through the conflict. Okay, so I've shared with you dynamics again, looking at my notes. So if you see me looking down, I'm not being rude. Okay, boundaries. Are you ready? Boundaries are one of the top things that I see that people don't have. They don't have the boundaries to preserve their energy and protect their energy. I'm gonna passionately share that as many times as I can. Boundaries preserve and protect our energetic state so that we can figure out how to navigate through conflict so that we're not making an explosion out of something that truly isn't needed to happen. Okay, I'm guilty. Okay, but boundaries, they prevent escalation. They preserve our energy. They protect our minds. They protect our. They actually protect our emotional intelligence. It helps us to come up with a plan. And it also helps us to know how we are going to, say, attack, right? That's in quotations on purpose. Like, I don't want you attacking anybody, okay? But it allows you to assess. It's kind of like soldiers on the battlefield, right? What do? In the war room, right? They figure out their, what's it called? A strategy on how to navigate. So boundaries help prevent escalation. Boundaries also, they protect our energy and they prevent burnout. How? Because you will have practices and strategies in place to help you. The tips that I just gave you on asking for clarification. Don't be afraid to look somebody in the eye and said, I hear you saying this, and I would like you to please clarify because I'm not hearing what you're saying. This is what I'm hearing. So communication is also a source of conflict, but these tips and strategies that I'm giving you. By the way, I'm not giving you any tips or strategies that I don't do or that I haven't done. These I put into place every single day, and they help. They literally help. So boundaries. Boundaries, if I could talk on anything today, boundaries go at the top of the list. Without boundaries, we suffer. We don't have, you know, we're not empowered. Our energy isn't reclaimed. So boundaries. Okay. So tips on keeping your, gonna drink some coffee. Hope you got your coffee today. Reclaiming your energy. When I said strategies, having strategies in place, it's not just about communicating. It's not just about clarifying. It's not just about the boundaries. It's also having a, say, you have your go-to, right? This could be things like self-care, right? Making sure you're hydrated, making sure you're fed, okay? Eating protein, not a whole lot of carbs and not a whole lot of fatty foods, okay? Protein. Making sure that your mind, you have a clear mind, making sure you're getting sleep. Yes, Tiffany, what does this have to do with empowerment? It has everything to do with empowerment. You remember when I said towards the beginning, like emotional intelligence, awareness? Having an awareness of your energetic state is going to be the key on how you respond to conflict, on how you set the tone, how you set up boundaries for yourself. So some self-care strategies are also exercising, working out. No cardio. Like if you're in your 20s and 30s, sure, do a lot of cardio, but start lifting weights. As you get into like your 40s, lift weights, okay? I don't care. It's not a, you're not gonna bulk up. It literally preserves everything and stuff. So also having a coach, mentor, or therapist will also be a game changer in how you reclaim your energy. It is having a, it's kind of like, think of like a team, right? That's your strategy, your go-to. So when you're going through conflict, what is your go-to right now? If it's things other than what I just mentioned, you got to do a reassessment. I encourage you to do a reassessment of that so that you can, because in your reassessment, it's going to expose or it's going to reveal areas in which you in which you get burnt out. So when you flip the tables, flip the script, and you start putting into practice every single day something. Now, these I do every single day. Well, I take days off from working out, but that is a self-care strategy in reclaiming your energy, your energetic state through setting boundaries. It is a boundary I have, meaning nothing or no one gets in the way of my workout at the gym, period, the end. I make sure to get at least 100 grams of protein a day because my energetic state is, my energy levels require protein. Yes, I eat carbs. Okay, carbs. I don't eat a lot of sugar, but I do enjoy a treat. Okay. I have been intentionally working on my sleep. Yes, sleep is a game changer. If you're not getting a whole bunch of sleep, we got to look at why. Are you up too late? Are you on your phone past 11 p.m.? You know, what's the, are you, so we got to look at, you know, sleep. Also, the right environment of people. Your circle has a whole heck of a lot to do with how you reclaim your energy and navigate through conflict. By the way, one of the top things that I see people do, and I shared this, which is a source, is gossip. One of the worst things that you can do in conflict is take the very thing that you're going through and you start discussing names with people that you're close to. I don't care who it is. It could be coworkers, it could be family, it could be friends. But the moment you start telling the whole world the issue, and then if you start bringing up names, you have now trashed somebody. And gossip comes back to bite you in the ass. It's never fun, and you can't deny it when somebody confronts you. So it's just better to have the wherewithal, which means the emotional intelligence and the awareness that says, hey, no matter what is going on in my life, I am going to live integrous. I'm going to live with integrity. I'm not going to trash people's names. I see this in the church, in prayer circles. Oh my gosh, we need to pray for so-and-so. And then they share the whole thing. And it's like, well, you didn't need to do that because now the whole church knows somebody's business. So don't do that. I see it everywhere because people, what I have seen is they lack the boundaries. They don't have the boundaries to have a no gossip policy. That's what I have. I do this. So people who try to bring me gossip, I will tell them, do not bring up names in my direction, because once you start bringing up names, it means you're bringing up my name, and I don't need to know names. If you want to discuss a situation, it has to be discussed in a way where we're not sitting here and venting and complaining for 12 hours, but there has to be some type of a pause and a break, and there also needs to be, you're willing to like move in the direction that you want to go, and you're willing to take action. Oh, hey, Mike, how are you? Because gossip like destroys people. I don't care. I just have that. So don't bring names in my direction. Don't trash talk other people. So this is another boundary that will help reclaim your energy. So I talked about what we're eating, what we're listening to. By the way, what are we listening to? Okay. Are we listening, by the way, songs? Pay attention to the words you're listening to. What are we watching? What are we reading? Okay, I just posted a book I'm reading. It's called The Queen's Code. Ladies, if you're married, your spouse will thank you, okay? I guarantee it. Okay, so those are boundaries that I personally have in my own life, and I don't have conversations with just everyone and anyone. I will say hi to people, but I have specific boundaries set in place that I don't budge for anyone. I don't budge for people. They stay. And if people don't like it, they can either walk the other direction and leave me alone, or they can choose to suck it up and deal with it, because I'm not lowering my bar, nor am I moving my line to suit people to please them. That is a boundary I have, and I am not bending for anyone. I have, and it cost me a lot. It cost me my mindset, my emotions. It cost me a lot. And I have walked through that, and it's like having that boundary, having these boundaries in place will also let people know that you are integrous. Having these boundaries in place will preserve your energy, because people will know. They can tell. Well, she's not about drama. Good. By the way, another source of conflict, another dynamic, is that people bring their drama and they bring their low energy into every environment that they come into, and they wreak havoc in 0 to 60 seconds. They bring the energetic, or they try anyway, they bring the energetic state down because they're not aware of their energy levels. Being aware of your energetic state is also a game changer. I tell people a boundary that I have, and actually I just shared this with a beautiful friend yesterday, is be the thermostat in your life. Don't be the thermometer. The thermometer takes in all of the crap, okay? Kind of like empaths, which I'm not, I don't agree with being an empath. I'm like, I'm sorry, because that's a shit magnet, okay? I'm not a shit magnet. A thermostat goes into rooms and they can assess the energy levels in an instant. A thermostat can scan the room like a robot. You know, we see those movies. And they can see who's there, what's going on, and in an instant, they can then elevate the energy in the room because they are a repellent magnet of the shit. I am a thermostat, and I proudly and braggadociously say it because I have had to learn. So I brag about that because I have had to learn how to be a thermostat and stay in that. It's easy to let other people's low energy get in the way of our energy. It's easy because you can feel it and you're like, ooh, something doesn't feel right. the higher frequency wins. So the higher the energetic state is, it wins. And people who are in crappy asshat moods, well, we don't pay attention to them. I don't. I can feel the energy and I'm like, oh no, boo. I win because my energetic state is totally different. It's higher. But to maintain that, I also have to have an awareness of where my energetic state is. So take that self-awareness every single day. Am I tired? Am I hungry? What do I need right now? Am I hydrated? Y'all, drinking a gallon of water a day with, if you put LMNT in it, it has sodium, it has salt, it has magnesium and potassium, the right amount that we need. It's not a, it's you still got to take magnesium, like, but it helps us stay hydrated. By the way, salt doesn't increase blood pressure. Sugar does. So people who are addicted to sugar, their energetic state is all over the place because they're relying on poison to get through their day. Okay, so having these, what I set in place is going to change the environment. It's going to create a healthier work environment, having stronger relationships, having open communication, having those boundaries. They're all going to create a more harmonious and unified work environment and in your business. Applying what I shared is like the what and the why. Even if you were just to take what I shared and implement one or two things starting today, I guarantee you will start seeing changes and then building on that. Consistency is king. So if you are consistent, so I am about healthier environments in my career and my business and my personal life. Just know that you can't change people and you can't necessarily change environments, but you can change environments. Does that make sense? Meaning if you're stuck in a toxic, dark environment, you can change the environment, which means you can move on to a new one, okay? While you can't change people or necessarily change how environments are, you can be the thermostat. You can be the person, and every day, I'm bragging about this, I am the one who changes, who is the thermostat, and being the thermostat allows me to raise the energy levels, because when people see me, their faces light up. I don't make this up. Even when it's hard, even when people's energy levels are complaining and just low energy, it's like, but I make a choice. I'm going to stay in this high energetic state, not because I have to, but because I know that if I lower my energy level to match theirs, oh no. That's where bosses sit in their office and they probably chew pens because their staff is so negative. When you put these into place, by the way, a healthier work environment means less complaining and less negativity. And it's having that strong awareness. So, by the way, I have okay, the gardeners decide to show up. So I am putting together a workshop, and then it's called like a mastermind. So I'm gonna be sharing more of this inside a workshop, and it's titled, in a workshop that, of course the gardeners are here. I'm going to be hosting a workshop, okay? I will have the details and about this, where I'm going to do more of a deep dive in the things that I shared this morning. Oh, hey, Mark. I'll be coming to the gym after this, okay? Save me some machines. I'm going to be doing a deeper dive to bring the how, and we're going to camp out so I can provide more tips so that you can be the empowered individual that you were designed to be in your career, in your business, when you realize that boundaries go at the top, everything else is what goes beneath that. Without boundaries, we suffer. So that being said, thank you so much for watching. Pay attention to my socials, because I will be posting details about the workshop that I'm going to be having. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. So stay tuned. I'll be writing this down so that I don't forget. So anyway, I've got a workout to go do. That is a non-negotiable thing. And I think that's it. So y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. For those I'll be seeing soon. Great, awesome. And yeah, let me know in the comments what tips you will be implementing immediately. I am here to empower as many people as I can to be the unicorns in their career and business, and also empowered individuals. So that's what I'm here for. So I'll see you soon. Okay.